Welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at Satellitor. So I've got access to this. We'll be able to take it for a nice test run. It's been a while since I've done a AI content creation or blog creator review from Appsumo. I think the last one I did was Rankify, and I gave it some pretty bad ratings. And so we will see what Satellitor has to offer. You can see it currently has 18 reviews and it's averaging just under 4 tacos. What I like to do is I'm going to just dive right into that real quick. So 4 tacos, not bad, must try. You can just go and read. So I'm just going to go with this. I like this actual Ask Sumo because it actually is just going to basically tell us what people are saying. Amazon does this now too. But Satellitor is highly regarded for its seamless content creation customized to specific business requirements and exceptional customer assistance, while a few users have encountered challenges with WordPress integration and limitations on project deletion. Satellitor remains a reliable choice for those seeking AI-driven content creation. So far, pretty good. The big thing is I want to jump into the content real quick, and then we want to test it out. We really want to just test out, like right over here. This guy's saying good use of LSI, long tail keywords, and EEAT. Easy to read with a reading score of 8th grade. It's easy to change keywords and audiences, pictures and video missing. Add my own, making my post more unique. Why not 5 tacos? Support is slow, answering once a day at best, automatically publish. A draft version is coming, but no ETA. So stuff like that doesn't really bother me. So it's relative to the specific user, right? I like to copy and paste mine into WordPress manually anyways. So stuff like that doesn't really bother me that much. Always post at this exact same time, making the post robot made. So yeah, that would be a little bit of an issue, I think. And then someone right over here just not happy, gave it a 1 taco, and then everybody else looks like it's pretty good. Okay. So we're going to jump in. Let's go. It looks like you should be able to run an automated blog with this system here. You have 2,000 words per blog post on average, your business details and voice, 1 cover image per blog post from Unsplash, unlimited blog post ideas, SEO blog development, SSL included. So you can hook this to a domain apparently. Spy on your competitors, target relevant keywords, fully automated SEO platform, internal and external link building, which is great, undetectable AI with human writing, like writing, and all current and future integrations, WordPress, Webflow, Shopify. So that's good. If it does connect to Shopify and Webflow, that is really good. So license tier 1 is $59, 1 domain, and 30 total blog posts per month. The way that I'm taking this is just very simple right here. Look, you get 3 domains, license tier 2, $119, and it's 120 total blog posts per month. License tier 3 or all in is $209, and you get 10 domains and 600 blog posts per month. So what is that? You'd be able to put 60 blog posts. Yeah, you'd be able to put 60 blog posts on each domain and run 10 domains. So you could technically do 2 blog posts per day for 10 domains. So it is really good. If it's got all this automation and all this fancy stuff, and then it also has good content, that'd be great. Now, I don't know what it's using to write the content. What else is it using to write the content? It's for it to be able to give that much away. Got to be assuming that it's using 3.5, GPT 3.5. I'm not really seeing what they're using. And they don't list it up here as well. So those are some things that I immediately, by this day and age with these AI content writers, people are so smart and have been doing it for years now. You have to list where you're getting your content from, like what's your LLM that you're using. Maybe I come in here to questions and say LLM and to see if anything comes up. So right over here at Satellitor, we ensure high quality content by employing multiple AI models to generate each article. Specifically, we use 2 advanced models, GPT-4 Turbo and GPT 3.5 Turbo for each article. We use dozens of prompts, meticulously selecting and synthesizing the best response. So we already know this, guys. You can't offer this much content and you can't be using GPT-4 because it costs money. You can't give somebody a lifetime deal, never have to pay again, but then give them stuff that continuously costs you money. If I had to make a guess, they're using 3.5 Turbo for 90% of their content creation. That would just be, if I was doing it too, I would use GPT-4 Turbo to create the outlines and maybe do the research and so forth. And then I would use 3.5 to write the content. That's probably what they're doing. They didn't specifically say that, but that's what I would assume that they're doing. Okay. So there's your license tiers. Let's go jump into the tool real quick. So right over here, I've already logged, I'm in the process of setup, and I wanted to show you guys this part. So it's going to ask you what your main objective is. Start an SEO blog from scratch. And this is where this is, I wanted to talk a little bit about. So the 1 domain, the 3 domain, and the 10 domains. Basically, you're going to be able to hook up a domain. They're going to give you an SSL, which typically you really don't. Like I use Round and I can get a free SSL on as many websites as I want. So an SSL is not really that big of a deal that it's included. I'm not sure why you would use theirs. Maybe hooking up a domain with them, you have to. Maybe is it running on their platform? I'm not really sure. They're a little unclear on all that. But basically, if you already have a website, or maybe I can get my site hooked up to them that already has an SSL, but not to spend too much time. But if you have a website and it's on WordPress, you probably already have an SSL on it. So the SSL up here is really not that big of a deal. And I don't really know how they would be able to get you an SSL. So that's just something to keep in mind. Not really sure why they're listing that, but you get your 1 domain. And this is really just how many domains can you service with this tool. So it's definitely something that this is going to be, you're going to be integrated or hooked up to your tool. It's going to be a little bit like AI Wisemind. If you can go back and watch my review on AI Wisemind from Chris Derenberger, it reminds me, it gives you that feel of that. You're going to actually hook up your domain to the tool and then have it auto posting to your tool and so forth. And that's why they don't have like unlimited domains right here. So this is going to be a little bit different than just like logging into an AI tool, getting some content, copying and pasting it into your WordPress site, right? This is going to be a very integrated kind of a business plan, a business model. You're going to hook up a domain and you're going to put it on autopilot and you're going to start creating content for that domain, if that makes sense. So we have start from scratch. So if you don't have a domain, this right here, this would maybe take us through. I almost want to show you guys that. And then you can receive blog posts by email. They're going to create a blog post and then email it to you. Don't really need that. And then publish on an existing website or blog. So we have the top choice or the third choice are the ones that I really want to show you. We'll see if we have enough time, but I'm going to go ahead and publish on existing blog right here. Because I think that's what most people are already going to have their website up. And so you're probably going to be picking that one anyways. So what's your main objective? So we have WordPress Wordflow. So I really do like that they have Shopify and Webflow right here. And then they even have a custom port right over here. Don't worry, you can change your objective later. I'm going to go with WordPress right here. And then what's your business information? So the information is needed to generate. So we do need to hook this all up. So I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this. I put my website in there. It's one of my websites that is penalized, right? It's not getting any traffic or anything like that, but I just want to use a different example today. And then we have English. We'll click continue. Welcome. And let's see, create and manage your project from here. We're in beta version. Please send us your feedback. Thank you for trusting our tool. Settings and billings right over here. 1 project credit available. So 1 project credit available, I believe what that means is this 1 domain. I've got access to license tier 1 right here. So this means I have 1 credit, 1 domain, right? So we'll come over here and we will create new blog right here. Nope, that's not what I want. Publish or, okay, so I'm going to go back. So I'm not really sure why that didn't work. We put that in and there's no other options or anything going on. So because we tried to do that and hook up our existing, and we went through this whole process and it's not really working. We put all this work in right here. Okay, so there we go. We went through the process one more time and then now we finally made it to the menu right over here. So that part was a little weird. And if you're first logging in, you might freak out a little bit because it did not accept or my first blog that I put in there. And so I went through the process again. All right, so we have welcome Satellitors. They do have a tutorial right here. I'm going to go ahead and pause and go watch that so I know what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Okay, so it is just like a 2 or 3 minute tutorial. It does explain how to get going. Nothing, no complaints there. So you do want to do these 2 steps right here. It's very important. So you're going to check your business details. So you're going to want to come in here and we're going to have our business persona. So we have our website, we have our business name, business description, and then you can put in some competitors' websites here, right over here. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's cool. That's going to probably help with keyword research because apparently Satellitor also does keyword research for you. And that makes sense because if it's auto blogging, it's going to need to know what blog posts to create. And it wants to do that based on your current content on your website. And then I believe the more competitors you put in here, the better. Actually, you can't do that right now anyways because they have coming soon right here, okay? They have multi-language content coming as well. That's coming soon as well. But this is cool. That's going to be a great feature to put that in later on. So we do have right here, then you're going to go to your audience. demographic, digital creators. So it actually pulled this from my website, I believe, because in the potential of online business to generate income and freedom, value. So it already pulled a psychographics or a persona, the demographics, which does make sense, the online behavior, how to monetize a blog effectively, content marketing strategies. So it's pulling all the information from my site, content strategy notes, features, who feature success stories of online entrepreneurs implemented six-figure content marketer strategies, offer exclusive webinars, masterclass. It did, obviously, with all this information right here, it gives you can edit it up here. It's pretty accurate, right? If I was creating it from scratch, there'd probably be some different. And we can come in here and we can make changes right here. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it for the sake of the review, but it did a decent job pulling what kind of blog this is. It's a how to make money online type blog. You have keywords. Let's see what keywords it pulled in. The keywords are generating. They should soon arrive. So they're actually generating right now. We'll be right back. We'll come back to this later. Let's go and take a look at more stuff. So what's the publish button? Create blog post, receive, connect to existing blog. Okay. So how do I get out of this? We'll go to home. So this part is done, and I'll say mark as done, and we can edit this at any time we want. Check your audience persona. We did that as well, but we don't have the keywords or anything going on right here because it is currently creating the keywords. I am going to have to come back to this because the keywords have to be done processing, and I don't see any button to add our own keywords or anything like that, but this has to process in order for it to actually create content for us. So we'll just have to come back in a minute. They do have a support. Alice is currently connected right here. We can contact them, submit feedback for suggestions, or report any bugs right there. So that checks out as well. And there we go, live right in front of you. The keywords did come in, so it literally took less than 5 minutes. We have main keywords 33%, long tail keywords 33%, and very long tail keywords 33%. Now, how to start an online business. I'm trying to look. Yeah, there's no buttons over here or anything like that. These are just going to be created from basically analyzing our website, webinar series on digital marketing, entrepreneur mindset for online success. So it would be nice to know where these came from. Content creation for online business, LinkedIn for business growth. Then you have your very long tail keywords, how to choose a niche for online business, podcasting for online business promotion. I don't think I've talked about any kind of podcasting, so it's creating unique ideas. I believe that's what it's doing. I wish I knew a little bit more information about what its keyword process is, why it's getting these keywords. Edit multiple keywords, edit keywords. If I click on that, you can go over here. You can push the trash button and delete keywords. These are going to be the keywords that you can push the add button, and you can add keywords based on your own keyword research. So right here, add new keyword, right? I'm going to go with, and I don't know where to, main keywords, long tail keywords, very long tail keywords. Like, where would we put this? But I'm going to go over here to the very long, and I'm just going to make one. I'm going to say how to make recurring income from an online community. That might be a good one. And I'm going to push the enter button. That does not do it, but you just click off of it. It stays there. How to make recurring income from an online community. You just click off of it right there, and then make sure you push save. And then we'll come back over here. And I'm not sure if you can move these keywords up on the draft or whatever. And then also I wanted to see about this last button over here. Oh, okay. Go like that. And then once you're back to the keyword section here, edit multiple keywords. So this is where you can actually add in and just paste in a list, right? If we were right here, you would just push return and then you would actually just paste your list in right here. So that would be your way to do it a larger scale. So that is cool. I like that customization right there. That is probably the way that most people will be adding their keywords in. The way that I take it, if I have to make an assumption, because it doesn't really explain it, is that all these keywords right over here, it breaks it up into main, long tail, and very long. Obviously, we know that long tail, very long tail keywords are going to be your best chance of probably ranking, but mixing in a nice mix of all three. And then these are going to be your keyword schedule. So these are going to be your keyword schedule. I don't know if it continues to update this if we wrote all this content, is it going to automatically add more keywords, or do we have to do that ourselves? Those are just some questions that are just unknowns, but we have 29 blog posts remaining this month. It did write a blog post for us already. Ultimate Content Creation Guide for Online Business. So generate full blog post. So that is going to be title, but it has not. And the keyword is content creation for online business. We can regenerate that. We can also, what does this mean? Or we can edit it. But what I want to do is this is the content creation for online business, content creation online business. So you can tell their style is not exact match keywords anymore. And I lean more towards this style these days. I don't think exact matching really works anymore. I just don't. I tried it for the last 3 years and it really does. You will rank some articles absolutely with exact match, but it's just so obvious that you're doing complete SEO. And I don't think Google likes it. And so I don't think that it works as good as it did 5+ years ago. And so this is including all these keywords. So it's telling, but it's writing in a little bit more engaging way, right? So I do like the way that they're doing the SEO here. I want to go back to keywords and just see where this one falls. And it falls under a main keyword. And you can tell that it was just randomly grabbed right here, content creation for online business. That is a keyword where it got the keyword, just to show you. We'll come back over here and then let's go ahead and just generate this full blog post right here. Boom. So now it's going to generate that and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. It took about maybe 7 minutes, I'd say, to create that blog post, which isn't much slower than what you would expect if it's creating decent AI generated content. So we should be able to come in here. We can select a draft. Let's see. Okay, so we'll actually come over here to the draft button right over here and select that. And then I want to look at this content. Where's it at? Generate your first blog post, publish your content. I'm not really seeing where we go to select it. So right here, it's a little confusing. I don't know what to do next. So we're under the generate first blog post, validate or regenerate title. Okay. Edit an article like in your favorite text editor. So this is the part that I'm clicking on buttons everywhere and I'm not seeing where the article is or what to do next. So this is the part I'm going to have to push pause, figure this out, not seeing anything obvious what to do next. So I never actually went in here and edited this article and I didn't get the opportunity to validate. And you guys can see I'm clicking every single button that I can on the page. Now this is the next article that's in line to create. We already clicked the generate blog post and we don't need to generate another one. We also went over to drafts and there's nothing I can click over here to look at this article that has clearly been written. So that is something that I definitely need to fix. Like right here as a user, I don't know what to do next, but they do have a couple buttons up here that says mark as done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click those and click those as well. So I'm watching the tutorial real quick and you can see right here that on this section here, when I push play,
you can generate your full blog post.
There's no button that they're showing to get to this screen where this pops out and we can actually see the content that was generated. I'm not seeing that button anywhere.
So we can mark as
okay, so I'm back. And so what I think happened, guys, was that even though the article showed that it was written, this looks different now, right? Because it was like flashing a dark white, or this was like a solid white right here. That has now gone away after I got done watching this video here. And then now we can click right here. We can click on, you can see that the button right here, the hand, doesn't work right here. So I'm clicking. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it is just weird. But you click right there and that's where you can see the content now. So we can choose the image that we want. It's not showing how I can zoom in and see, but it says whatever it takes. Not an amazing image or by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not terrible either. But you can upload your own image right there. Now we can come in here. There is some auto content creation for online business. They did auto bold that. I want to see what other kind of things that they've done. And is there any links added? Because it does say that there should be links added, and I'm not seeing any links that were added throughout the content. We have our meta title, we have our description, and we have our slug right there. So that's good. One thing that I'm not noticing is any links at all. And when we come back over here, they do talk about right here, internal and external link building. And I'm not seeing that right here. Let's look at some of this content. Content creation is the cornerstone of success for any online business in today's digital landscape. From engaging blog posts to captivating visual content, the power of strategic content creation for online business cannot be underestimated. That just seems very intentional that we put that keyword in right there. In a sense, using some old school methods right there. In this comprehensive guide, we delve into the essential strategies, tools, and best practices, blah, blah, blah. It is a decent size. It's not too large of an introduction paragraph. It's also, I can tell that AI wrote this, so it's not that impressive. It's definitely not personable or brand. It's not really like on point or brand, the brand voice, essentially. Importance of content creation on online business, growth. And right here, look at this, guys. In the digital landscape, content creation so this is the exact definition of AI content, right? I'm making a prediction that maybe they have some things in here that, because it says that it's going to create human undetectable AI, but with stuff like this in the digital landscape, that is like screaming, both hands up, screaming, hey, I'm AI content. And it does break down to some good bullets right here. Why quality content is essential for online business. Quality content establishes credibility and authority. Engaging content, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So how many words is this? We don't know. Let's go ahead and highlight it. And we'll go up to the top. It's a pretty big piece of content right there is what it looks like. And we'll go and see if we can get a word count on this. So 1,885, real close up to that 2,000 word mark, like what they were saying. We can come in here and put in our own links, but again, it didn't do anything like putting that in, adding in links itself. And we already know that there's advanced AI writers out there that do this for us. Especially they don't struggle with external links or citations or sources. And then a lot of the tools are starting to come out with the ability to interlink as well, do internal links. And then it adds this giant FAQ at the bottom and stuff. This is just, in my opinion, all my sites were just like this and they all got penalized. So this, to me personally, is not something that I'm jumping up and down for. There's no specific brand voice. I don't know where the facts came from for this article. And it's just AI generated content. So I'm not sure. I definitely am not initially impressed with the quality of the AI content, but we're going to go and find out and put this to the test. But once you're done with that part, then I'm going to say mark as done right here. Should take us over to publish your blog. And if I push the publish button, this is where we would go. And I tried to connect, let's see, WordPress right here. And then this is where you're going to have to go and be sure your DNS provider or Cloudflare, WordPress plugins. So we're going to put our username, our password, and the application, and then you'll set that up. I'm not going to test that. We're going to go ahead and just, hopefully it works and so forth, but I'm not going to go and put my site through this. My site is penalized. I don't want to publish any content on it or anything like that as well. So we'll just trust that it works because it's a major functionality of the software. So again, I'm going to come back to home. I'm going to go back to that. And then you can see the next auto generation is in 1 day. And that's going to be this one right here. It's just going to keep grabbing from that list of keywords. But I want to go and check out this draft again because I want to go and take this whole bit of content right here. And I'm going to copy it. We're going to do our tests now. Okay. So I'm going to go and grab this and we're going to put this in right here into my content grader. We're also going to go over here to Hemingway and put that in right there. And it looks like it's grade 14. So we'll go over here into my AI tester and we will put that so it was a grade 14 and that gets 0 points. According to my chart, that gets 0 points right here for the grade. We'll go put it through Originality as well. So I'm going to go to Content Scanner. So this is what I do for you guys, my new test. No one has a perfect test, by the way. I've had some people maybe trying to correct something about, or someone telling me not to use Originality. You've got to test something. That's really what my point is. You've got to be able to test something. And putting all these tests in here, I think that you do have a better chance if you have high quality AI content and that it can get a very high original score. I do personally think that does move the needle, and that is better than having 100% AI content that is also crap. That's why all the sites got taken down. This one is 100% AI content as I thought it would. So that's exactly what I thought it would do. And then right over here, undetectable AI with human-like writing. That is just simply not true. So a couple things I'm knocking off on this is there was no internal or external link building. There was no human-like writing right there. Spy on your competitors. So the competitors tool was not available. So again, a lot of these are just starting to add up where it is not delivering on what it's saying that it's going to do for us up here. So that's just my personal go at it. So then we'll go over here real quick. So the AI score, see if I can get this right. It's 0. It's 0 original. So it's a 0 right here. And I need to put a note right here. So I use the original score because that's what I have been doing. So it was a 0% original score, which will yield 0 points. So it'll be a 0 there, and then we'll go ahead and paste this in with Grammarly, because this is something that you guys wanted as well. And then we'll see what this says over here for us. It did not work somehow. Oh, there we go. Okay. So helpfulness got a 9 and human sounding got an 8. And I think this is a little flawed, this test. If I can find a better way to grade the human sounding and the helpfulness of this is just one part of the test. But I do think that this test that I have right for this GPT, and I'm using it from the criteria of the Google algorithm, what they've released to the public on what they want in your content and so forth. But it's grading it pretty generously, right? This is not human sounding, 8 out of 10, but we have a 9 and an 8 right here. And then we'll go back over to Grammarly. And it did get a good score on Grammarly. So it did get a 96 on Grammarly, so I'll give it a 5 just to stick true to the test. So we'll give it 5 points there because it did get a 96 right here. At the end of the day, it got a 22. And that is because the reading score was non-existent. It was horrible, grade 14. And then the 100% AI. So these two right here are automatically going to be things that, for me personally, I would stay away from on an AI score. Now remember, everybody is going to run a test differently or create a test. This is the best that I've come up with. I can change the weight scale on this going forward if I wanted to, but I think that the weights of the AI grade and the originality score and the reading score, I think that they're all pretty appropriate right here. I think that you want it to sound as human sounding as possible with a brand voice, and you want it to be factual. If I had a way to grade the factualness of all this as well, maybe I would add that column in as well. But this clearly scored pretty low right over here, and it wouldn't be impressive enough for me to want to use the tool. This is a very in-depth review for you guys. Hopefully you guys like the review. I just think that this is an automation tool that was built. I think that a year ago, this would have been probably amazing and could have made people a lot of money and ranked a lot of content and so forth. I really do think that this would have been an amazing tool 6 months to a year ago. But like I said, with today's AI content and blogging environment and the current Google algorithm, this just isn't going to pass. Like 90+% of AI content writing tools today are not going to pass. They're not going to rank your content. There's a lot more involved with ranking content now. And then the fact that it's missing some of those things right over here, the internal and external linking didn't do that. It scored a 0. It didn't even do decent. It scored a 0 on human-like sounding content. It didn't have this by your competitors right there. And overall, this is just a tool that I would pass on personally. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I am a top affiliate, and I wish that I could push this tool to you guys. But just going through this, I just can't recommend this tool in good conscience. And if I was going to rate this, I definitely think that it's the UI and different things. I think that this has potential. I think they got to get way better quality content created. I like the automation that this could afford us. But at the end of the day, with just the whole thing, I don't think automation like this and just blasting out blog posts and building sites like that, I don't think that's ever going to work again. And I just got to put that as a rating score, right? That's going to be a whole score down. And then you have all these right over here. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe they would fix some of this stuff right over here. And so forth. So I'm being generous on this one. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I just, might be worth looking at, but it's a pass for me. I'm going to give it a 3.5 rating. If you guys are looking for a tool that I am currently ranking content with, that I'm over here testing out a ton of different AI tools. And if you guys want to know what I'm currently excited about with the AI content, it's Reword. So if you want to go and look at these videos over here, I'll try to leave links to those below. Go watch my review and tutorials on Reword. And I'm thinking about doing a new public case study with using just Reword and the entire thing. So it'll be very controlled. There won't be multiple AIs being used. It'll only be one tool because it writes based on brand voice. It writes based on facts. You can control the data sources that it's going to be creating for you. There's a lot that you can do with Reword. And so this is my new kind of favorite AI writing tool that I'm excited about, and that is getting me results, and I'm actually ranking content with. So if you want to go check those out, that would probably be a better option. Now, it's not an Appsumo deal. It's not a lifetime deal, but they do have pretty good pricing. And I think that you have to pay for what you're going to get going forward in 2024 and beyond with these AI content writing tools. And so if you're going to get a good quality one, it's going to be a monthly payment, in my opinion. So I go check those ones out. Reword, go check that out. And thank you for watching the review, and I'll see you in the next video.